Bueno chicos, pues ya estamos de vuelta en el Inquisition. Hoy sí que ya vamos a hacer lo del baile de la emperatriz, que llevo ya unos vídeos posponiéndolo porque han ido surgiendo otras cosillas que he querido hacer. Y bueno, estos siguen haciendo con lo suyo. Ah, vale, uno ya está hecho. Vale, un bastón de hielo. Y, a ver... Malgramor... Esclavos enano de los Venadori. Colegio de Magos... El Colegio de Magos, ni que todo fuera Harry Potter. Alianza, poner las cosas en marcha. Ahora había uno por aquí que quería hacer. Obtener el amuleto para Cole. Investiga el Hortenso. Investiga el DV. Buah, es que hay aquí un porrón de misiones. A muerte por ser Rod. Voy a hacer lo del conseguirle el amuleto a Cole. Y ya está. Ya está, ya he cumplido lo que tenía que hacer. Tranquilos, no me voy a desviar. Pues venga, vamos a empezar con ojos crueles, corazones crueles. Nivel recomendado, vale, lo cumplo de sobra, no hay problema.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt.
It seems that our messages never...
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
Vale, vamos a conocer a las facciones.
What do we know about
A ver quién es el Gaspard.
The man who would have been emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army?
Most chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion.
Vale, a ver,
Who is
Briala.
this Ambassador Briala?
An ambassador in name only. She has organized the elves of Halam Sharon. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover
Hombre.
of Celine. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and even if a lie, Briala could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection.
Vale, eso lo quedó Celen.
Tell me everything we know about the Emperor.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, she has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt, especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few...
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless... What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he waits?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
You've given me plenty to think about.
With Gaspard and Celine's armies entrenched, we cannot openly march troops.
My agents will ensure your soldiers get inside. But it must be a few at a time.
Understood. Just give the word. We'll begin.
Pues venga, ya hemos pospuesto demasiado este baile. Hay que asistir. A ver. ¡Hombre! La carta de Cassandra también me ha cambiado. Lo que pasa es que... Barrick, a ti te tengo que arreglar. Bueno. ¿Qué haré con el traje este de escamas doradas que tengo para el feudo celestial o me pondré otro traje? Atuendo formal, máscara orlesiana.
The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Menudo trajecito.
Pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor Lavelle. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits to such an alliance.
Keep the image firmly in mind. We may see it materialize by the end of the evening. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. Prepared to shock the Assembly by appearing as the guest of a hateful usurper, my lord? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
Can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
I knew we would get along famously, Inquisitor.
Hombre, de momento
As a friend,
me ha gustado que no me esté tratando mal por ser elfo.
This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds like something I should look into.
Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Claro.
Is that the Inquisitor?
An elf savage! Oh, make a forbid!
Que te zurzan.
Idea of a joke.
Aprobación de la corte -10. Este es un minijuego que nunca he conseguido llegar al 100%. Cada vez, si nos presentamos como mago, perdemos puntos. Si somos ladrón, también. Me parece que... y si nos presentamos como elfo, enano o kunari, también. Me parece que el único modo de que no estén descontentos es que sea un humano guerrero.
You there! Rabbit! Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the
Conejo.
Count Belliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
What's your game? Are you trying to convince... or just gain importance by getting the Inquisitor to run...
A ver. Acabas de ganar aprobación de la corte, lo que suele ocurrir por tener tacto, entretener a la gente y guardar las apariencias. Cuanto mayor sea la aprobación de la corte, mejor.
I assure you, the ring truly is lost, and I must find it or risk terrible repercussions. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
Bueno, venga, se lo voy a devolver.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you were looking for?
You are a treasure. I cannot believe you found it. You have saved me a lifetime of mortification.
Vale, y con eso ya he recuperado la parte negativa de ser elfo.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A Danish? No, that's gonna...
Parece que por aquí también hay algo.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Una estatuilla necesaria. Una estatuilla. Quizá está por aquí arriba.
What
is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Yeps. He escuchado que decían no sé qué de Pentagast, que me imagino que se referían a la Cassandra. Ábrete, sésamo. Un sello, no está mal. Y un bastón retuerce almas. Menudo nombrecito. ¿Y si me voy para el otro lado? ¿Encontraré algo? Aunque solo sean rumores. Acércate a los nobles que hablan. Vale.
Do you mind? We don't wish to be disturbed.
Encuentra un lugar seguro desde el que oír la conversación de los nobles. ¿Algo así? No, parece que tiene que ser por aquí. Ah, al otro lado.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
Interesante. Me pregunto qué es lo que ocurriría si consiguiera la aprobación de la corte al 100%. ¿Podría convertirme en el emperador? Nah, no creo.
Inquisitor,
Ok, claro.
moments, if you please.
Anda.
I must warn you before you go inside. How you speak to the court is a matter of life and death. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Bueno, lo que os iba diciendo. En el Dragon Age, ser humano guerrero, por norma general, siempre ha sido ser, digamos, noble. Por lo tanto, no sé si siendo noble, es decir, humano guerrero, y ganándome el 100%, no sé si le interesaría tener un romance con Celes, es decir, con la emperatriz. Lo tendré que probar alguna vez. Y pues yo me esperaba que en este tipo de bailes, pues igual que los hombres van vestidos de esta forma, pues me imaginaba a las mujeres, no sé, con algo más elegante, no con la misma ropa. No sé, me da la sensación de que les quita encanto.
Don't they sound delightful? I'm shocked we haven't invited the court to dinner at Skyhold.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Firdianer.
You are just full of joy and light this evening.
Everything will be fine. And Raste watch over us all.
Bueno, pues a ver qué tal es el baile. No creo que consiga llegar en esta partida al 100%, porque sé que hay que dedicarle bastante tiempo a escuchar rumores y cosas así para subir puntos. Pero voy a intentar hacerlo como pueda. He descubierto el vestíbulo. ¡Oh! Esto es un vestíbulo.
How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace. Besides,
Están discutiendo si es un recibidor o un vestíbulo.
I'd call it more of an antechamber myself.
Seriously,
No one has
to
to
look at the steps. I think they're gilded.
The sooner we go in, the sooner we can get this over with.
¿Por qué tenemos que ir conjuntados exactamente?
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
Vale, pues venga, anúnciame.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lord Inquisitor Lavellan.
¿Cómo hace que se lo sostenga eso que tiene en la espalda?
Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
This guy writes better fiction than I do.
Champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra,
Hostia, Calogera, Filomena.
Get on with it.
Pandagon,
Oye, nombrecito.
14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais.
Voy a esperarme a ver qué anuncian los demás.
Renowned author, Tharic Dethras.
¿Ya está?
Head of noble house
Ah.
Dethras, Desher of Kirkwall to the Dwarven Merchants Guild. The Iron Bull, leader of the famed mercenary company Bull's Chargers. As the name might imply. Sir Callum Stanton Rutherford of Humley, commander of the forces of the Inquisition. Former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court. Veteran of the Fifth Blight. Seneschal of the Inquisition and Left Hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
Vale. Yo creo que con eso ya han anunciado a los presentes. Al menos los que se pueden presentar. Sera, Cole, Solas, Dorian y estos, como que no. A ver, poquito a poco. Vale, ya estoy arriba. Hola.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored.
¿Lo veis? Eso que tiene en la espalda, ¿cómo se lo aguanta? No se cae de espalda.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Vale.
Inquisitor.
Lord Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
Ah, interesante.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities.
Interesante frase también.
Later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
Vale.
I'm delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales.
Es verdad. Oye, cuando me han presentado, ¿no han dicho que he matado a un dragón?
I have no words to suffice. Alam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
¿En serio? ¿Tengo que ponerme a bailar?
Inquisitor.
¡Hey! ¿Tú? ¿Pero qué? ¿Pero? Sí. ¿Tú estabas detrás mío? ¿Cómo has subido las escaleras antes que yo? ¿Lo habéis visto, no? ¿Estaba detrás de mí?
Can you believe the Inquisition?
Papa's perfectly happy in the studio. Just no.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this him?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present.
Ah, ¿tienes una hermana menor?
our sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood and orgies before you stopped them.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Voy a decirle que no. A ver si todavía se nos va a ir por el lado que no toca.
Of course not. How do people come up with these ideas?
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
Ah, a ver si tiene alguna historia de
My
Josephine.
only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and... Yvette. Stop. Fine. Or what about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
No.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette. That's absolutely preposterous.
Vale, gracias por el dato.
Another time.
A lo mejor es así como practican las reuniones, los encuentros diplomáticos.
What were they doing in the western approach? It's a wasteland.
I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated. But the timing...
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless.
Oh, ¿puede ser que sea quien creo que es?
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
Ah, lo que me haría gracia es saber si puedo salir a bailar con Cassandra a la pista de baile. Hombre, aquí estás. A ti te buscaba.
All is a waste of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
I don't suppose you'd like to dance, Lady Cassandra.
Now, this is hardly the time. We're here to find a killer, not...
Oh, venga. Jo, no puedo bailar con ella.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble.
Oye, eso es una conversación privada, tira.
This place, the better.
Pues nada, a ver, investiga a los agentes de Briala, busca información en la gran biblioteca de la consejera del oculto. Vale. ¡Ay! Que me he vuelto a meter donde no es. Ah, no, sí que es por aquí. Ta-ta-ra-ta-ra. La viuda, concilio.
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Vale, no quieres hablar conmigo, lo entiendo. Por aquí no puedo salirme.
Did you just grab my bottle?
I have hammered it out of fun.
Me han tocado al culo. Vale. No, qué tiempo más bueno.
Ambassador to the court of Nevarra.
No puedo pasar por aquí.
Accompanying the ambassador, her daughter, Lady Badeline,
No, parece que por aquí no puedo
poet
ir.
and author.
How could they?
¿Por aquí arriba hay algún sitio para salir? No, parece que no. No me cuadra. A lo mejor lo tengo que hacer desde el vestíbulo. Ta-ta-ra-ta-ra. Bloqueado.
Leave us.
Vale, perdón. ¿Desde dónde se supone que puedo escuchar su conversación? ¿Desde abajo? Ahí está. A ver.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Good to know.
Tengo que informar a Liliana de los secretos escandalosos. A ver, tengo que buscar algo para el baile. Palacio de invierno, aquí está. A ver, cacería de chantajes. No, parece que no me sale.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. I'm curious.
Another time.
¿Qué tal, Toro de Hierro? ¿Te acostumbras a esto?
Because the nobles keep messing with me and they think I don't know their due. I'm gonna wear somebody's skull as my fancy look.
Tú solo aguanta un poquito más.
Inquisitor Llewellyn.
Buenos
Don't
días.
head into the servants' wing if you value your neck. Not one else gone in there tonight and come out again.
Our man was supposed to make a pickup in the garden hours ago. Bastard's likely dead by now.
¿Y hay estas manchas de sangre que estoy viendo en el suelo?
Get these pastries out to
Hear what Gaspar
The
said.
Duchess has asked for too many. I can't carry them all.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the
Hmm.
rest of the council. Did you see that panicked attaché roaming about?
Well, well.
Esto es de lo que estaban hablando los elfos. Investigación, pistas. Empleado de la cocina entrado en el área de los sirvientes a la 1:30. Algo está pasando. Busca información. Investiga las dependencias de los sirvientes. Bueno, se me están acumulando aquí las cosas. Yeps. Eso no sé qué ha venido.
My Lord Inquisitor.
May we have a word? It is very important.
Uy, si me vienes en grupo.
Sent us with a message for you.
I am always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in his holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspar is defeated.
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for me to help her defeat the Duke.
Oh, this is not meant as a bargain by any means, Inquisitor.
The support of the Empress is not conditional. It will be yours once the negotiations are concluded.
Ya.
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas. Gaspar.
But we have taken enough.
Please, enjoy the masquerade.
¿Y cómo sé que nos envía la supuesta elfa?
This is a private conversation.
De acuerdo, de acuerdo. Por aquí, ¿no?
Interesting.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
A ver, ahora.
You only said that because you fancy the Empress's sped up estate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Hombre, lo suyo sería que las letras no desaparecieran antes de poderlas leer. Solo me da tiempo a leer la mitad de la frase.
How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
Hombre, podría trepar por aquí, pero como que llamaría un poquito la atención, ¿no? Veamos. ¿Y esto? No, no es por aquí, es por arriba.
Leave us.
Vale. Na. Bueno, pues nada, me da igual causar un escándalo, teniendo en cuenta que ya me han quitado puntos por ser elfo. Además, seguro que nadie se da cuenta. Están todos aquí de espaldas. Mirad, estoy trepando y nadie me mira. Explorar los espacios externos. Ajá. Bueno, en resumidas cuentas que tengo que darme prisa cuando esté por aquí. A ver, sacamos un libro. Y se abre una puerta secreta. Bueno, no tan secreta en realidad, pero bueno. Lady M. Vale, creo que está hablando de Morrigan. Y, es verdad, si no recuerdo mal, creo que aquí había un puzzle. A ver si me doy de acuerdo. A ver. No, a lo mejor es... No, esta tampoco. Vale. No, aquí me he equivocado. También me he equivocado. Ah, ahí está. Una receta. Bueno, eso ya no era tan bueno. Pero bueno, ahora ya veis aquí la zona secreta que hay y el puzzle que hay que hacer. ¡Tachán! Ya estoy aquí de vuelta. Y milagrosamente la antorcha que llevaba ha desaparecido. ¿Qué tengo que volver a subir arriba? Ah, vale, que tengo que ir por aquí. Pues nada, para arriba de nuevo. Por aquí no. Aquí hay charcos de sangre. Estatuillas de Aya necesito. Ah, menos mal, aquí hay una estatuilla. Con esto ya voy a poder... Y por aquí está cerrado. Y ahora... Vale, ahora sí. Vale, estoy muertos. ¿Y ahora qué pasa? En serio, qué rabia me da cuando se me oscurece la pantalla. Investiga las dependencias de los sirvientes, vale. Me imagino que tienen que estar en el lado opuesto. Pero por ahí diría que no se puede tirar. Al nivel superior, al nivel superior. Ah, que hay un tiempo límite. Pues entonces voy a tener que volver ya. No me da tiempo a investigar las dependencias de los sirvientes.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith.
Sí, es Morrigan.
Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself.
Caray, menudo cambio.
What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
You may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events?
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter.
Es política.
What comes next will be most exciting.
Me ha parecido que el radar se me ponía lo de buscar objetos ocultos, pero bueno. Vale. ¿Y esto? Prueba a vivir una historia, diseña tu mundo en... ¡Ey! Eso es publicidad. Vale, venga, carga. Bien.
Someone.
Vale, es justo lo que iba a hacer. Se me hace tan raro ver a Barrick sin Bianca. Ah, no me acuerdo cuál era el que llevaba. Bueno, primero voy a hacer el resto y ya está. A ver. Vale. Pues diré que con esto ya está hecho.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
¿Y cómo cojo yo? La estatua ahí arriba. Si le digo a alguien que lo recoja, colará. Bah. No me gusta que hagan esto. Bah, que le zurzan.
Servant. What's he doing here?
Does this guy seem out of place to anyone else?
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
Vale.
Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader. Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
Tengo que subir ahí arriba de algún modo. Tiene pinta que voy a tener que rodear esto. Vale, veo que a pesar de que estoy haciendo ahora esto, me sigue bajando la aprobación de la corte. ¿Mm? Ah, por ahí están las escaleras que hay que subir. Solo hay que seguir el rastro de sangre que hay en el suelo. Tengo a la torre de hierro a punto de hacer un mate. Requiere 3 estatuillas. Pues ahí se queda. Si estuviera por mi cuenta me podría buscarlo, pero no me voy a poner media hora a buscar las estatuas. ¿Qué han dado? ¿La vuelta o algo así? Ah, no puedo coger el sello. Necesito vaciar algo. Hombre, una estatuilla ahí mismo.
We haven't been properly introduced, have we? I'm Ambassador Briala.
I'm glad to meet you finally, Ambassador.
Your reputation for getting results is well deserved. You cleaned this place out. It will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off the marble. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. But you've beaten me to it. So, the Council of Errol's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
He was dead when I arrived.
I expected as much. You may have arrived with the Grand Duke, but you don't seem to be doing his dirty work. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Bringing Tevinter assassins into the palace? Those are desperate acts. Gaspar must be planning to strike tonight.
Are you sure he's behind this? He was too easygoing for a man plotting treason.
Don't let his charm blind you. He's Olusian. That smile is his mask. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. You might just be an ally worth having. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think about it.
You know how to make a sales pitch, Ambassador. I'll give you that.
I do, don't I? I know which way the wind is blowing. I'd bet coin that you'll be part of the peace talks before the night is over. And if you happen to lean a little bit our way, it could prove advantageous to us both. Just a thought.
Bueno, siempre y cuando no vuelvas a usar correas para sujetarte, para poder sujetarte el pelo. Queda fatal.
Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
A ver, tengo que vaciar algo. No, este no es. Ah, aquí está. Tengo que volver a la sala de baile. ¿Soy yo? ¿O por un momento ha aparecido un hombre por aquí? ¿Estaba de pie? Sí, puede ser. Hola. Vale. Bueno, con la aprobación de la corte sigo teniéndolo a 7 puntos más de que cuando llegué. Otra vez he perdido conexión online. Explora la sala de trofeos. La de trofeos estaba por aquí.
I should look around. Interesting.
Is it true what they say? You're the Inquisitor, are you not? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
I'd wager I have better tales than anything you've heard.
I told you, Philip. Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell.
Un archidemonio. Creo que te estás equivocando, ¿eh?
If you like, Commander Cullen could give you all the details of that battle. He's in the ballroom.
Really? But I shouldn't leave my post.
You'd only be gone a moment.
Philip, the world is coming to an end. If we don't hear this story now, we'll never have it.
You're right. Thank you, Inquisitor. Let's go.
La corte ha aprobado que haya engañado a los guardias. Yo alucino. Ve al ala oeste del palacio cuando te mande 3 copas de brandy. No hay que correr riesgos. Ah, ya. Y eso no puedo abrirlo porque no soy pícaro. Ya me extrañaba a mí que me rebotara 2 veces el radar. Es que había 2 objetos.
Inquisitor Lavalin, we met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Why am I not at all surprised that you want to see me now?
This is Orlais, Inquisitor. Nothing happens by accident. I believe tonight you and I are both concerned by the actions of a certain person. Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
I'm already taken, Your Grace.
Your lover has nothing to fear. This is business, not pleasure.
Ya, claro, eso dice.
Have the Dalish gained a sudden passion for politics? What do you know about our civil war?
I assure you, the effects of this war reach far beyond the borders of the Orlesian Empire.
Perhaps it does. I should not be surprised to find the Empire is the center of everyone's world.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party
Vaya forma de bailar.
for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
Do we both want that, Lady Floriane?
I hope we are of one mind on this.
In times like these, it's hard to tell friend from foe. Is it not, Your Grace?
I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the concern to you, Your Grace?
A little of both, actually. This evening is of great importance, Inquisitor. I wonder what role you will play in it. Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
A ver. Esta opción diría que la tengo por conocimientos clandestinos, pero no estoy seguro.
If I've learned anything, Your Grace, it is to put my trust in no one.
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
I thought dangerous machinations were the national sport in Orlais.
Estoy ganando bastante aprobación de la corte, ¿eh?
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
Ya, pues no es por nada, pero yo de quien menos me fío es de ella. ¡Wow! He subido 82.
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
The Duchess had some interesting things to say.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Were you dancing with Duchess Floriane?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
Descubrí agentes Venatori, tengo una pista.
Morrigan helped me get into the servants' quarters, where I found a group of Venatori and Gaspard's dagger.
The man would truly do anything to become...
Ya, a ver. Gaspar es muy orgulloso y todo lo que quieras, pero es que... no lo veo intentando cometer algo así. Es decir, lo veo más como un monigote al que cargarle las culpas.
I thought we were here to stop the assassination.
Listen to me carefully, Inquisitor. What Corypheus wants is chaos. Even with Celine alive, that could still happen. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong. This evening, someone must emerge victorious.
And it doesn't need to be Celine. She's right.
Do you realize what you're suggesting, Leliana?
Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
Necesito más información.
I can't decide this. Not yet.
You must. Even inaction is a decision, Inquisitor.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act. Not without proof.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he's innocent, he knows nothing. We need the truth.
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Which could be a trap.
Or a lead. Either way, you should search the private quarters in that wing for clues.
Then get me access. And in the meantime, get your soldiers into position.
At once. Be careful, Inquisitor.
Saluda a las damas de compañía, vale. Habla con la embajadora Brilia. No. Leliana. Cullen. Diría que son estas, ¿no?
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We are always delighted to...
Their Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns the Grand Duke. I intercepted orders to his general to sneak soldiers into the palace tonight.
How could he behave so dishonorable?
He would attack the Empress.
I thought there were more handsome chevaliers on the dance floor than there should be.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns Ambassador Briala. The people have infiltrated every part of the Winter Palace.
This is extremely alarming.
She could be spying on our How exciting.
Emocionante, dice.
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress...
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of...
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader.
And she throws the best parties.
Bueno, yo creo que con eso ya hemos hablado suficiente.
Enjoy the most...
Hablad con la embajadora Briala. ¿Y dónde está Briala? Ahora voy a tener que buscarla. Ah, mírala.
Inquisitor Lavalin, how many of the guests have mistaken you for a kitchen servant? You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What brings you to me?
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about Gaspard. I found orders issued to his general.
My people reported Chevalier's skull. It's a foolish move if he doesn't succeed. Sneaking men in is easy. Getting them out unnoticed?
You think Gaspard was behind the murder of that council emissary?
Gaspard is ruthless. He wants the... If you intend to stop him, you'll need... Celine will never end the talks until she has no other choice.
You might be interested in what I've found. It's about you, actually. I found the drop point, Briala. I know your people are hidden up.
Of course they are. I'd be a poor spy master if I didn't have spies.
You murdered negotiators and stole their...
You know Elysian politics, Inquisitor. Murder, if that shocked you, wait until Celine shows her hand.
Tengo que ir al ala real. Lo ideal sería conseguir material para hacer chantaje a los dos bandos.
I cannot believe you danced 4 times with Cyril de Montfort.
Interesting.
¿Estoy flotando en el aire?
Good to know.
Ah, bien, parece que ya puedo acceder al ala real. Veamos a quién encuentro primero. ¿Pruebas contra Gaspar o pruebas contra Briala?
Los juicios más absurdos.
So, even Liliana thought this place was dangerous and you wanted to just walk in here. This party is looking up.
Vale, la aprobación de la corte ya me ha empezado a bajar de nuevo. Ay, es verdad, tengo que volver a equiparme las armas y todo. Ah, ellos ya van equipados.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Necesito 5 estatuillas. Toma patada.
Oh, thank you.
Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
It takes great courage to come to the Royal Wing unarmed.
It's not courage. I knew her. Now she wants to play revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
Would you be willing to testify to them?
Absolutely. If the
Vale, pues ya tengo pruebas contra Briala.
I'll tell you everything I know about her.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander...
Thank you. Make her protect you in...
Ya vuelvo a estar lleno.
What happened here?
Estoy escuchando una grieta. Sí, una grieta.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my baits.
Sabía que no eras de fiar. Sabía que eres la que estaba detrás.
I had a feeling you were mixed up in all this.
Such a pity. You could almost be our Legion, if you were just a little quicker. It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. I was so tired of your meddling. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
this point, I'd think disappointment was an old friend.
You poor deluded thing. You don't know half of what Samson and I have planned.
Samson y yo.
And now I suppose you never will. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough to strike. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll be talking of it for years. Kill him and bring me his marked hand. It will make a fine gift for the Master.
Se va a arrepentir de lo que ha hecho. Y mucho. Y con este es el último, ¿no?
Just those tits. What was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Good eye. Those were definitely demons.
Maker bless me. Demons? How could there be demons in the fucking Winter Palace? I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn bill.
Duke Gaspard lured you out here?
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the master.
Tell me everything you know.
The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't have enough fancy chevalier, so he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais. Sticky punch and cheesemonger.
Want a new job? One that pays better. The Inquisition can always use a good mercenary.
Claro que se unan, total, le tengo torre de hierro.
I'm game. Anything's better than this bullshit. You want me to talk to the Empress or the court or sing a blasted song in a chantry? I'll do it.
No, creo que no te voy a hacer cantar. No quiero sufrir tanto. Buenas. Hola. Ay, quedaos quietos. Y vuelvo a estar en el jardín. ¿Qué he dado la vuelta? Pero atacadla, que no puede ser que no le estemos tocando. Que aquí hay un bug, que no puedo atacarla. Si me ha bugueado. Alucino. Buah. Un enemigo que me puede ir pegando y que yo no le puedo atacar a él. Lo que me faltaba. ¿Qué? ¿Estás nerviosa de verme?
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech. What should we do?
Salvar la vida de Selene y luego ocuparse de la duquesa. Permitir que la emperatriz muera antes de ocuparse de la duquesa. Venga, voy a defender a la reina.
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess. At once, Inquisitor.
Let all gathered attend. Her Imperial Majesty will now address the court.
Lords and ladies, as a nation, we mourn our sons and daughters, brothers and sisters, friends and lovers claimed by war. The sky is torn open. Our divine is dead. And many
Ese parece un robot.
end of all things
El de la máscara.
upon us. Orlais must stand as a bastion.
Vale, concretamente el de la máscara amarilla.
Behind which all Thedas may take shelter. So has it stood for 1,000 years. So shall it ever stand. This would not have been possible without the efforts of many. Dear cousin, please step forward.
Grand Duchess, stand down.
Venga ya, ¿me vais a decir que os puede? ¿En serio? ¿Y la gente no le ha llamado la atención? ¿Esa gente con la cara pintada? ¿En serio?
Cullen, protect the people.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Caray. Bueno, pues ya estamos llegando al final del evento. Ya hemos descubierto al asesino. Asesina. Caray, menudo cambio de ropa. Ah, lo que me faltaba, una arquera.
Beaten at every turn. You stole the moment of my triumph, just as you stole the demon army from Erimond. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden.
Te podrías quitar ya la máscara, ¿sabes?
True, you never were one to fall for my helpless damsel act. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor. So good of you to attend my soirée.
Si fuera guerrero estaría preocupado. Pero siendo un mago y teniendo a Barry conmigo, no estoy tan preocupado. Nivel 16, la duquesa. ¿Dónde se ha metido? ¿Por ahí? Ah, está ahí arriba. Yep. Buah, ¿ya solo me quedan 4 pociones? No me digáis que he hecho todo esto y al final resulta que lo voy a tener complicado. A ver, ¿qué es débil la duquesa esta? Debilitado. Vale, no tiene inmunidad a congelación, así que con un poco de suerte la voy a poder congelar. No, ese es un fanático. ¿Dónde está la otra? Ahí. No, esa no es. Ahí arriba está. Parece que incluso del veneno me protege la barrera. Venga, llegas esta. ¿Ya está? Sí. Veamos qué tienes por aquí. Ya está, no tienes nada que valga más la pena. A lo mejor alguno de tus soldados sí que tiene algo. Pues sí. Ahí te quedas. Abono para el jardín. Bueno, acabamos de salvar a la emperatriz Celes de morir. ¡Buah! Esta seguramente debe ser la carta que debe salir si tenemos a Blackwall contento y con sus misiones hechas.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plans. But you knew it all and did nothing.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so hard to play innocent and failing.
Enough. We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
Pues ahora tengo que echar a uno de estos dos a los perros. Usan las pruebas recabadas contra Gaspar para apoyar a Briala. Revela pruebas del delicto de Gaspar a la emperatriz. Pues que, en todo caso, los dos no son para que Gaspar pierda. Revelar pruebas de los delitos de Gaspar a la emperatriz y usar pruebas recabadas contra Gaspar para apoyar Briala. Es que en los dos casos me cargo a Gaspar. Bueno, ya que tengo que echar a Gaspar a los perros, al menos me gano un aliado.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without Briala's help.
You were working together.
Of course.
Están las órdenes de Gaspar. Asesinó a un emisario. Vuestro capitán mercenario.
Thanks to Briala, Gaspard's mercenary captain will testify that he hired men to infiltrate the palace.
Hired thugs? I didn't expect you to stoop so low, cousin.
Don't be naive, Celine. The only difference between a mercenary and a common soldier is a uniform.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually you'll convince somebody.
Here, I have the letter Gaspard penned to his general ordering his men into position inside the palace.
Can you blame me? Considering what transpired, preparing to repel an attack was the course of wisdom.
And he murdered a council emissary in the servants' quarters. I found his bloody knife hidden near the body. Briala found all of this out for your sake, Celine.
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but to declare you an enemy of the Empire. You are hereby sentenced to death.
Gaspard ejecutado, perdonar la vida a Gaspard o intentar reconciliar. No, Gaspard es ejecutado e intentamos reconciliar a Celine y Briala para que se vuelvan unos tortolitos. Voy a ver si puedo reclutar a Gaspard.
You have enough proof to dissolve his support for the throne, Your Majesty. You don't need to take his life.
As a favor to you, Inquisitor, I will let him live. Gaspard, you are hereby banished from the Empire on pain of death.
Is that all? You're too kind, Celine.
¿No puedo hacer que se me una?
Thank you, Inquisitor, for all your efforts tonight. I owe you my life, and Orlais owes you its future.
Anda, si es un león.
You have done a service for the Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. You truly are the instrument of Andraste. Orlais will never forget your part in this, nor will I. Lords and ladies of the court, the civil war which has plagued us is at an end. The Orlesian Empire is whole again. Those who drove us into war for selfish
Quizá en realidad me hubiera salido más a cuenta ejecutar a Gaspard
Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of
y liar a Briala de nuevo con Celes.
and shall never again hold title or land in Orlais.
Bueno,
We have lost enough.
en otra partida.
No more. Now, we can move forward to healing and restoration. In our hour of need, the Inquisition has faced these dangers beside us. It is the honor of Orlais to stand with Andraste's herald to end this crisis. And in ages to come, our children and grandchildren can say that we left them a brighter world. Will you address the court, my friend?
El enemigo tiene contactos, dispones a luchar, deberíais centraros en la paz.
Our enemy is clever. He manipulated the highest-ranking members of the court. If we want victory, we will have to fight him in more ways than one.
We of the court must use our resources. Not every battle is won on the field, but that is tomorrow. Tonight, feast, my friends. Enjoy our victory.
Uy, si empezamos con las victorias, con las fiestas.
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your victory, and yet you are not present to hear them. Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? It is most fickle, after all your efforts on their behalf.
I would have stayed, but the punch ran dry. Scandalous.
Indeed. Let us see if you take this piece of news as poorly.
A ver.
By imperial decree, I have been named liaison to to the Inquisition.
Estupendo.
Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
Bienvenida a bordo.
Welcome to the Inquisition, Morrigan.
A most gracious response. I shall meet you at Skyhold.
¿Qué prepararás tú luego para abordar?
I can't believe you escaped before me. A fat count insisted on talking about soup for 15 minutes. We can return to Skyhold whenever you like. The sooner the better. Is something wrong?
This isn't over. Corypheus will strike back at us for this.
Of course you will. Then we will destroy him, as he deserves. We will need to put the soldiers at Skyhold on alert. Better to be safe.
Bueno, aún me debes un baile, ¿eh?
Wait. There is one thing we must do before we go. May I have this dance, Lady Cassandra?
A dance? After all we've been through tonight?
¿Por qué no?
Can you think of a better way to celebrate?
I suppose this isn't terrible.
Ah, yo me espero una escena de baile. Y no solo cogernos de la mano. En fin. Bueno, chicos, por... ¡Hombre! ¿Cuántas manos tiene? Por fin hemos hecho el baile de la emperatriz. Ya hemos visto el resultado. Y el... bueno... Al final el vídeo ha salido también un poco largo, pero lo hemos hecho todo del tirón. Bueno, ahora ya me puedo dedicar a hacer secundarias tranquilamente. A ver si arreglo lo del lirio rojo de Barry y cosas así.
Urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies, ordinations. Maker's mercy.
That's quite impossible at the moment. However, I will see to this matter as soon as possible.
My Lord Inquisitor.
¿Qué pasa?
Please, may I have a word with you?
Ahora no.
I've just returned from the Winter Palace, and we'll have to wait.
I know you must be weary, Inquisitor. Ending the civil war is no small accomplishment, but you alone can help us. With the political turmoil put to rest, our minds turn to a single question. The next divine.
Yeah.
We cannot answer it without the left and right hands of Divine Justinia V.
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be spared from their duties.
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Ten cuidado con lo que dices. Ten cuidado que te reviento los sesos.
These aren't just any 2 people. They are key members of the Inquisition.
For the sake of Thedas, we must ask you to make this...
Pues no voy a hacerlo, así que cállate.
This will have to be settled later. The Inquisitor has only just returned and has important business to attend. You must excuse us, revered mother.
Y por si no te ha quedado claro, es un rotundo no.
From your victory at Alam Shiral. We've beaten his wardens and stopped his intrigues. Soon Corypheus will have no place to hide. Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next attack when you're ready.
Bueno, yo creo que por el momento ya basta. Bueno, chicos, pues ya hemos hecho lo del baile y creo que nos hemos merecido un buen descanso. Dejad abajo en los comentarios con las decisiones que hubieseis tomado vosotros, con el tema de a quién salvar, a quién no, a quién acusar y demás. Le dais al like si os ha gustado. Y qué más, compartid el vídeo con los amigos. El vídeo es bastante largo, así que no creo que... Sé que hay gente que se es corto. Y suscribiros si es la primera vez que veis uno de mis vídeos si queréis estar al tanto para cuando suba nuevos vídeos tanto de la Inquisition como de cualquier otro juego para el canal. Nos vemos en el próximo vídeo, chicos. Encadenaos en mi canal.